Chapter 2. A Special Mission. Several days pass and the team find themselves back in the Warriors Guild, ready to take on another mission. "I'd prefer a longer break, but I gotta pay the bills," John Weedo says. "Yeah, I hear you," replies Ramsey, "but remember that there are people who need our help. That other girl would have been sacrificed to a demon had it not been for us." "I hope the next one doesn't involve another demon," Chase says. "There's one open mission here that we could look into. The Ant people are getting out of hand, and it looks like they want us to defeat the Ant King," Ramsey says. "Why? How could the Ant people be much of a problem for us?" Eldon asks. "They are usually a docile race of beings, but the way things are going, we risk an invasion. Some of them were caught stealing food and crops from us. Their leader is the one to worry about. Instead of going to war, we are going to nip it in the bud and eliminate their leader," Ramsey explains. "I take it they want to send a small team to infiltrate their colony and kill the king?" Eldon asks. "Yes, once the king is dead, they will all scatter," Ramsey replies. "Let's do it," Chase says. The heroes accept the mission and prepare themselves. Ramsey goes to the market again to replenish his potions and buy a new weapon. A shiny new broadsword catches his eye. It has a blue gemstone in the hilt. The team meet outside the city gate. "Nice sword, Ramsey," Eldon compliments. "Thanks. The other one was getting rusty," Ramsey replies. "The king of the Ant people. What does this thing look like?" John Weedo asks. "He looks like a big ant with razors for arms," Eldon says. "Where is the base?" Chase asks. "The entrance to the tunnel system is in the Mountain of the Giants, near the ancient ruins," Ramsey answers. "There is no risk of running into any giants because they haven't been seen there in ages." Ramsey and the team follow the route to their destination. The surroundings are mountainous with big rocks scattered around, and the path on which they travel is grassy. About halfway there, they spot a man standing on the side of the road. He is scraggy and is dressed like a merchant. He waves to the group to stop and explains to Ramsey that he witnessed people being ambushed by ogres. "Good sir, you must follow me. I will take you to the spot where I saw the ogres. You must stop them from harming any more innocent victims," the man requests urgently. "All right, lead the way. We'll put an end to the murderous ogres," Ramsey responds. "We've got the time for a little detour and might as well sort this out while we're here. Is everyone with me?" Ramsey asks the team. "Yeah, I'm good with it," Eldon responds. "When are you going to say no to these people?" John Weedo says crossly, "I'm not turning back alone, but this doesn't mean I like it." "Let's go get this done," Chase says. The man leads them to the opening of a narrow path through the mountain. He says that the ogres are camping on the other side. It looks very uninviting. They begin to proceed in single file down the path with a rocky wall looming high on each side. Suddenly, the man runs ahead and disappears into a crevice as darts begin raining down. Eldon, Chase, and John Weedo are hit with multiple shots, and as their legs begin to buckle beneath them, they realize the darts have been coated with a strong tranquilizer. The darts bounce off Ramsey's metal body armor as his friends drop to the ground and fall unconscious. "Damn, this was a trap! You tricky bastard!" Ramsey shouts. Several bandits drop down from above. They were clearly waiting for their targets to pass through this spot. They are wielding curved swords, and Ramsey knows it would be difficult to dispatch all these enemies by himself. He glances helplessly at his friends lying on the ground. To his surprise, more arrows rain down, and some of the bandits drop. A slender yet strong female figure appears, holding a bow. She aims it at the rest of them, pulling the bowstring back tightly, and shoots multiple arrows at once. It appears that she uses magic too, since the arrows are lit up with a flame. The bandits fall and lie motionless, apparently wiped out. 3 others join her where she stands. Ramsey approaches them. "You're lucky we were in the area," the woman says. "That was a nasty ambush. We saw them waiting at the top of this chasm." "Yeah, thanks for the help. Could you heal my friends, please?" Ramsey asks. One of them walks over to Ramsey's 3 friends, and a white aura surrounds them before they wake up, dazed. It seems she is a mage. Ramsey informs his friends of what had happened. "You guys are also part of the Warriors Guild. It's nice to finally meet you. I'm Ramsey." "Likewise, I'm Irina. These are my teammates Romulus, Verdan, and Finara," the woman responds as she flicks back her raven hair. We all know who you are, Ramsay, Romulus says. Ah, looks like my reputation precedes me, Ramsay says. Thanks for healing us, Finara, Chase says. You're welcome. You guys out on a mission? Eldon asks. Yes, we're on our way to kill a monster, Irina replies. All right, travel safely. We can handle ourselves now, Ramsay says. Bye. Bye, Irina says with a smile. The teams turn to leave, but when Ramsay glances back, Irina's cool green eyes are still fixed on him. My bad, guys. I got us into a trap, Ramsay says to his team as the sun begins to fade. Shit happens. We're lucky that her team was here to help, Eldon says. Next time, don't be so gullible, Ramsay, John Guido remarks. We're okay now. It's getting late. We best look for a place to camp for the night, Chase advises. Did you see how pretty Irina is? Eldon asks. Yeah, she's nice, Ramsay replies awkwardly. Ramsay's team sets up a camp nearby and rests for the night. At sunrise, they get ready to continue their journey to the main hive of the ant people. However, before setting off, they notice something alarming. Everyone, look at the sky over there, Chase says. It's a cloud of smoke, and it's exactly in the direction of Nashia, Eldon exclaims. Yeah, that's not good, Ramsay says. It looks like a huge fire, John Guido says. Let's head back to the city. We must see what's happening, Ramsay says. Hurriedly packing the last saddlebag, they mount their horses and gallop back to the city. As they approach, they see a large grey dragon flying in the sky above. It descends and blasts the people and buildings with its fiery breath. Their horses stop abruptly, wide-eyed and whinnying in fear as our heroes look on in amazement. Seven hells! This can't be happening, Ramsay exclaims. The team is awestruck by the sight. They look at each other as their minds race to decide on what to do first. Guys, hold yourselves together. We must save as many as we can. Chase, protective and healing barriers. Don't engage the dragons. We don't know what we're up against, Ramsay commands. 3 huge dragons are destroying parts of the city, burning structures and devouring people and animals. Blood and charcoal are seen all around. The knights and warriors of the city try their best to defend the people, but the lack of preparation and chaos make their efforts ineffective. It is truly a disaster. The white mages heal as many as they can. Archers fire arrows at the dragons. Others are being saved from burning buildings and taken to safety. After what feels like an eternity, the dragons lose interest and leave to return to their nests. People start picking up the pieces and recovering their loved ones. Women and children cry in the streets. It is a terrible day in the city of Nashia. After a period of respite, the king gathers the people together to give a speech and hold a memorial ceremony for the victims of the dragon onslaught. The people clearly fear that the dragons will return. The king's army immediately begins building up the defenses of the city, and the scholars study what they can about the dragons to determine how best to fight them. The Warriors Guild has a more adventurous duty. They must plan to put an end to the dragon scourge once and for all. Ramsay hears that an important meeting is to be held at the Warriors Guild, and all members are invited. The purpose of the meeting is to discuss the most important mission in the history of the guild, to defeat the dragons. When Team Leopardio arrives at the venue, it's already packed, and the air is filled with conversations. Irina and her team are at the meeting too. Like Ramsay, they arrived late at the scene when the dragons attacked. Those in attendance are waiting in anticipation for what is going to be said. Some consider this to be a suicide mission, whereas others are excited about the opportunity to test their strength on an S-rank mission. This is going to be interesting. It's a historical moment for the guild, Chase says. There are many powerful members here. How many will remain? Ramsay asks a rhetorical question. I'm ready to make those flying lizards pay for what they've done, Eldon says. John Guido remains silent. John Guido, my condolences to your family, Ramsay says. Sorry for the loss, man, Eldon adds. John Guido's family had been killed in the incident, including his parents. The guild leader, Seth, steps up to the podium, and everyone becomes quiet. With a serious tone, he begins to speak. Welcome, friends. The city of Nashia was founded 500 years ago. Since then, we have enjoyed peace in this fertile land. The Warriors Guild has protected this place from vicious, powerful monsters. A couple of weeks ago, this city was attacked by dragons. Our families and comrades were slaughtered. It was a massacre that is unknown in our history. Dragons are wild beasts, but they are intelligent. These creatures live for thousands of years. They came to fill their bellies and destroy our home. Our wisest scholars tell us that dragons come out of their hidden world every 2,160 years. This time has come, and we must prepare. You have been called here for a purpose, to go to the heart of the dragons and kill their alpha leader. Our scouts have located the region where the dragons are coming from. The journey will be perilous. You will have to face the most dangerous enemies. You are here for your families. You are here for your honor. Most of the members respond together by shouting and cheering. The guildmaster continues, "What has happened must not happen again. I have no doubt that there are people in this room who are more than capable of defeating the Alpha. Rest assured that the reward will be grand. The king himself will bestow great honor upon those who are victorious. Only teams of 4 will qualify to officially be assigned on this mission." "Are we all committed to this mission?" Ramsay asks his team. "Do you need to ask?" Eldon replies with a grin. "I'm in," Chase responds. "Of course," John Guido responds. After much deliberation, the teams present make their decision. 6 teams remain to accept the mission. The 24 individuals standing in the room represent the cream of the crop. Standing among them is Karis, a bloodthirsty berserker. He lays waste on the battlefield with his mighty axe. From the east, there is Danjuru. Facing him is like walking into a whirlwind of samurai blades. Elyon is one of the best gunslingers in the realm. He uses his pistols to quickly fill his targets with holes. Peril and Kamara are noteworthy dark mages, and of course, Ramsay is the preeminent knight of the city. A few days later, we find Ramsay tossing in his bed, struggling to fall asleep. He feels a burden weighing heavily on him. His room is well decorated and very neat. There is a desk with some philosophical and magical books stacked on it, and a pair of chairs. Several trophies are displayed on a cabinet, and a sword is leaning against it. The curtains bulge and recede slowly as the wind comes in through the open window. "Does everyone expect me to defeat the Dragon Alpha?" he thinks. "What if I fail and more people get killed?" The next day, Ramsay is in a gloomy mood. He takes a walk to the city canal. The place is surrounded by flowers and beautiful trees, and many city folks come here to relax. The sunshine glitters on the water. A hawk flies down towards him, and he recognizes it as one of his old teacher's hawks. It lands on his arm, and he removes the paper from the bird's leg. It is an invitation from Galatha, his teacher. He wants to share some wisdom for the upcoming adventure. Ramsay owes all his training in defensive magic to this renowned mage. Ramsay puts the letter in his pocket and sits on the bench nearby to ponder. Eldon, Chase, and John Guido are preparing themselves in their own way.